Okay. Right, the first young man I got a few comments about. He joined us fairly late in the year, but he's made a big difference. He's not played competitive football for a number of years, and he's gone into, as I say, the toughest division in the county, and he's made a big difference for us. Next year, he's going to be a big player for us, and it's Marshall Collingwood. The next guy, he's had a really good season, particularly the latter half of the season. He's certainly he wears his heart on his sleeve. He plays good football as well. He's found his position this year, I think, in midfield, and it's been a pleasure to watch him. As much proud of him off the pitch as on. Matt Brierley. Right, as you can see, these kids are getting pretty large. God knows, I won't be able to reach them next year, I don't think. But the 5 young men, as they're developing, and something I add actually is that it's fantastic to watch a group of kids grow up together. It gives us great pleasure. The next young man has had another excellent year. He's scored some fantastic goals, and he's very much cemented his position in midfield. And I know Nick will give him an extra round of applause, but he's due a fantastic round of applause for everybody because he's had a really good year. Charlie Miller. This is a guy that, I said before, gives you absolutely everything. He gives you absolutely everything every week. And I'm one of the biggest fans. He perhaps doesn't realise it because I'm pretty hard on him. And I'm hard on him because he's our captain, but he's a good player and he gives us everything. And he's going to look back on it next year and think, yeah, playing in the first division's hard, but I've actually improved as a player. Sam Stewart. Now. The next player, I think everybody really enjoys watching him play football. I do hope he plays for us next year, but if not, we wish him well, and thank you for the fantastic effort he's put in. He still plays for us now and again, and it's great to watch him. And he's a little dynamo. He's got lots of great goals in him, and he really puts the effort in for us. And he can compete against anybody on that left-hand side. So it's really good stuff. He's a new addition to the squad, and this guy, I see him playing on a Sunday, and he sets the example on a Sunday. He sets the example on a Saturday as well. And in a very short space of time, he earned respect of everybody around him, including the players. And they really look up to him for guidance and to actually set that standard. He's a great player and he never backs out. He gives you everything, 100%. He's played with injuries, but he just keeps going, and he's an excellent example to everybody else around him. And that's young Adam. Guy up here has really come along. He's improved beyond belief. I had doubts and Nick had doubts, and we had some words at the beginning of the season because we were a little bit worried about because he's a year younger. And to be fair, it was difficult to begin him, but he's turned out to be a really top player for us, and he's played a few positions this year, and he's competed really hard, he's responded really well, and we can't say enough about him because he's done fantastic. He's played in a few positions, he gives you everything. He may only be the person who got sent off this year, but he didn't deserve it, to be honest. They were kicking us all over the park that day. But he's a great little lad, and he's a good player as well. Danny Mitford. Has a superb attitude, and we very much believe in him, and he's just had to believe in himself a little bit more. For the last few weeks he's got that belief, he's got the ability, and when he believes himself he can compete with all the guys on the pitch, and he's a super lad at the same time, and we very much look forward to him joining us next year again as Newcastle. The next guy has had a super season. He's a lovely lad. He's surprised us all, but again he's shown fantastic character, commitment, and he's rose to the task. Again, he's a year younger, so we know who he is, but he produces some fantastic saves. He's gained confidence through the year, which is great to see, and he's going to be a great player for us next year again, I'm sure. Jack Mitford. Thank you. Next young man, but they are young men these days because they're so big and they're developing. But I have to say, we're really proud of them, not just because of their attitude on the pitch, but they're good kids. They are really good kids, young men growing up, and we are quite selective about the kids we take on with our team. I don't care what ability they have, but first and foremost they have to be good kids, okay? That is really, really important, so it's one of the reasons we're really proud of the kids we have, is because it's not just about what they do on the pitch, it's what they're like off the pitch. The next guy he's a fantastic character. We've known him since, well, forever really, and he entertains us week in, week out. He really, he'll fight for everybody, he'll fight for the team, he's there for us week in, week out. And this year, he's almost surprised us all with some absolutely outrageous saves, and one last night he just pulled out, God knows where he got it from, but he kept us at 2-1, and that was really important, so he helped us win that game last night. That's Jack Ranger. I've got to speak well of them, otherwise. Next guy, I can't say enough good things about him because he has really turned out to be one exceptional player for us. And it wasn't easy to begin with, and he's really stood up to the task and responded. He takes great note of what himself and Nick say, and that's all credit to him. He's there not just for every Saturday, but he's there for training. He's the most reliable, but probably one of the most improved players we have. And he's a credit to his mum and dad, and that's Sam Wells. Next up, he continues to catch the eye of scouts, opposition. One or two teams have tried to grab him off us this year, and we're not going to stand up his way, this progression. We really wanted to move on. He's a really good player. It's about attitude with this guy, and he's a really nice lad. Sometimes when when your friends decide they're going to sort of stand out and stuff like that, it takes a little bit more character to actually stand up there and say, yes, I'm sticking with the team. And he's fantastic to watch week in, week out, and it's Andreas Hockenham. I'll just say a few words. I definitely know this guy's not here today. It's a fairly late addition to the squad, but he has made a real difference, and he's scored several goals actually. And he's a really likeable character. He can put his weight around, but he's quite skillful as well. And I really hope he's going to continue this next year because he's really made a big difference. And that's Liam Gregory. I'm not sure what to say about this lad without sort of bringing a smile to my face, because my word, he sort of keeps coming back after sort of one or two calamities. He's keener than ever. He's always been a fantastic player to watch. He's got a great skill, but he's got a great character, and he's always there to give us a laugh as well. If only we could keep him on the pitch long enough, perhaps we would have gone up the table one or two places, because he creates and he scores goals, and certainly he catches the eye of managers and stuff. And that's James Starmer. He's another player that we all enjoy watching. He's actually better than he thinks he is, a lot better than he thinks he is. And if he showed that belief, I'm sure he'd carry on and keep playing, and actually sort of attract some scouts as well, because he's quite a gifted player, and all he requires is a bit more belief. But he's played fantastic for us this year. Again, a lot of our players have played through injuries, and particularly this one. They've got quite good knocks and stuff, but they keep going in a really tough league, and he deserves a lot of applause. That's Bernie Kirk. Thank you. Again, the guy has actually played his heart out, and I have to say, apart from kicking me every week in training, he's actually taken that onto the pitch. Not to say he's a nasty player or anything, but he's actually shown that aggression. He's probably one of the best players in training, and Nick will back this up every week in, week out. And he's actually taken that quality onto the pitch this year, and for that reason, he's it's Michael South, and he deserves applause even if he's not here. Thank you very much, thank you for your attention, and enjoy the evening. Cheers.